I learned about Rapha House from my mom, and she every year for Christmas would buy us girls, I have two sisters, and she would buy us wallets or a purse or a luggage tag, just something, and put it in our stocking, and would write us a note about when we were carrying that wallet or whatever, to remember to pray for the girl who made that. And I had that. Other than that, I didn't really think anything about it. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then Rapha House came to Hayeswood Christian Church to do a rally, and we got to get to know them a little bit more, and kind of blew this all into being, I guess.
And there's a meeting at the church, Hayeswood Christian, on the adoption or children's ministry, a specific thing about children's, foreign-born and local-born adoptions. And I was there, and they were talking about sex trafficking. And so I went just to hear about this. And as they were talking, there was no real authority or person there to talk about it. And I said, well, if you really want to talk about it, I mean, here it is, mid to late June. The North American's going to be in Indianapolis. Stephanie Freed's going to be in town, and Rapha House, and you can't get much more of an authority than her. You ought to just call her up and see if she's free to stay after, if you're really wanting to lift up or inform the youth and the congregation about what this is and what goes on.
That's what's really special about what happened with Carrie and Jason. They approached me after a Finding Home showing, and Carrie was doing all the talking, and Jason was kind of standing back, and they were passionate. I could tell that they had been very moved by what they had seen and the story that they had seen. Carrie said, we know what we're supposed to do. My husband can't even sleep. He was like, he knows this is what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to rebuild this old truck. And I listened, and I wanted to be excited. And there was part of me that was very excited, but also another part of me that tries not to get too excited until, I see the final outcome, or see that it's actually going to take place. But Carrie and Jason never stopped. They continued to communicate with us and show us the progress of what was happening, and we really began to believe that this incredible project was actually going to take place and come together.
My name is Sapon. I'm from Cambodia, and when I was 14 years old, I was trafficked at the Thai border. Finding Home is talk about 3 girls who've been trafficked, and I'm the one of that's a story too. And I decided to share my story of Sarah Rose, which she is my daughter.
It just clicked. Something in that movie just clicked with me, and we just can't do enough to help. I mean, honestly, it just, after watching that video, if you've got a heart, it'd rip it out. So we left church that evening just a changed person, for sure.
We bought the truck at an auction, a local auction, and we were going to kind of just rat rot it out to flip it to pay the doctor bills for little Delaney's birth. And when we got back from the rally that we had, where Rapha House and Stephanie came in, Jason and I were talking, we were sitting on the couch, and he was like, man, we're gonna do something with that truck. I have an idea. He's like, I think we need to restore that truck and sell it. And he instantly came up with the name Sarah Rose. I mean, I was like, well, okay. He's like, we're gonna call it Sarah Rose. That's what we're gonna do. And I was like, how are we gonna pay for the doctor bills? But the Lord will provide.
The truck was actually in about 1 million pieces when we bought it.
It was bad.
It was somebody else's project that they never finished. They had got started on it, never finished it. Pretty rusty, not really running or anything like that, just pretty rough shape.
We had been communicating. We had received several photos of different stages of the Sarah Rose development, and they were all so exciting and so impressive. But until I really saw her for the first time, it was hard to imagine the amount of work and artistry that had gone into this project. And I mean, just the details. I was amazed by the details that have gone into this project and the love. You can just tell that everything was done with love and with prayer.
So first time that I saw the truck, I was really, really excited to see the truck, and also like they put Sarah Rose's name, and so it's beautiful, and also like it's really meaning to me because people always thought about Sarah Rose, and they will think about how it's beautiful God used our life, especially Sarah Rose and me. So I was really, really proud of them, proud of God.
So, how nervous are you about this auction?
Super nervous. Very, very nervous. Hoping it goes, I don't want to say go well because it's already gone awesome, like way beyond what we could have ever have hoped for. The amount of people who have heard about Rapha House that have never heard about Rapha House. I have so many people that inbox me on Facebook that are like, now what is this Rapha House about? And so therefore, it's been incredibly successful. But we have always, in our mind, we know what we have in it financially, and just try and we hope it goes for as much as possible, but in the end, it'll go for what it's supposed to.
Yep.
Are you nervous?
A little bit, just more just don't want to let anybody down. I mean, we've raised the bar, I think, on this build so high in our own mind. Really just don't want to be disappointed when it's all done. I'm hoping it goes for where we've raised that bar to.